Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How is everyone?
Very
Hi.
well. Hi.
Hello. Thank you, gentlemen, for helping me. I am just to be awares, there is some technical issues with StreamYard for me on my iPad. I know when I didn't realize I had this much power because when I play the countdown, I make it loop. So it goes between 30 and 29 and then back to 30. And I thought that I had calmed this power down, but apparently I had not. It is all the prep that I've been doing for my week, and it's just rather scary. So, I'm sorry. I apologize right
Rather
now.
ironic, because when I was 30, I went back to being 29 again.
Really? Wow.
I still stay there, 29. 29 again.
Well, there you go. Well, and because because on Saturday I've been prepping for a birthday celebration for someone who is currently wearing a hat in this live. And so I'm trying to get everything perfect. So this is what's going on Saturday, and we're having it after 9 o'clock. Normally he goes to bed about 8:30, but since he's older, he's allowed to stay up later.
And it's a birthday.
And it's your birthday.
It's your birthday, Dan.
Well, everyone, please welcome Ritchie, Longman Tarot, and Ben, Beneficial Tarot, to I have to put it this way because it's the Sheridan Douglas deck casual. So, and I have to.
Sheridan Smith one, as Ben and I may well end up calling it tonight.
Yes.
It's not. It's a Sheridan Douglas.
Yes, we get confused between the actress and the tarot.
Yeah, there's a British actress called Sheridan Smith, so slip into that.
Has she been in movies? Because I probably haven't seen them.
She probably has done, but it's a lot of TV, British TV. She does.
She played Cilla Black in Cilla Black, Gerald?
Do not make me get my tiny hands out, because I will get bigger tiny hands to slap you for your birthday.
I might enjoy that.
Yes.
That's the only trouble.
Anyhow, all right, let's say hi to some people, shall we, gentlemen?
Hi.
All right, we're gonna do it like that.
One of those people, isn't it? I can feel it.
Yes, the lovely Whispering Well, Sandra, thank you. Antoinette, Intuitive Tarot and Jewelry, Tony, hello. And Pamela is here, Pamela Batchelor.
Hi, Pamela.
Hi, Pamela.
And Tarot Living with Manasa, listening while at work. And did y'all see the live that Manasa hosted on Saturday? It was delightful. Go back, go like and subscribe.
Absolutely. It was joyful.
It was joyful. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So just catching up. Laura, Backyard Naturalist, is here. Hello. Lady Knight of Avalon is here. And by the way, Lady Knight of Avalon is hosting. Where is it? Oh, I didn't put. Oh, Name the Deck on her channel tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. So when you're in bed by yourself, you can be watching us and name that deck. Deck.
I like it.
And of course the fans. Everybody's jealous of the fan. Jamie is here. Hello. Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. I have totally jumped. Purple Elephant Deb H is here, and she was just on Heart and Spirit. Is it Heart and Spirit Connected? Heart and Mind Connected? Anyhow,
Yes.
she was just doing her first live with.
She's got a new channel, hasn't she?
Congratulations.
Yes,
Hope you
got a new channel.
Yeah.
So it's lovely. The Hermit's Corner is here. Hello, glad to have you here.
Hi.
And just catching up. Ben, you have the same birthday as my mum.
Oh.
Well, Ben, I'm sorry that we're going to be changing the birthday celebration to Sandra's mother. Moms take precedent.
They do.
So, and okay. Yes, it is Jamie, Jaime for Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. Good to see. And okay, just chat again. I think I see Waterchild Tarot. Hello.
Hi.
And I believe is Waterchild Sarah? Tarot Sarah, I believe. And there was just an interview with her on Julie Peekaboo Rose's channel. Ron is here.
Hey, Ron.
And okay, just subbed to Manasa, yes. And it was Heart and Soul Connected. Thank you. Yes, Jubilee was a great success.
It was.
Yeah.
So Sarah, yes, got it. Yes, Waterchild Tarot, yes. Ben, what are you doing? You're sitting there like this. It's like
it's a power move. It's like, yeah.
Oh, I have a tiny hand that looks like that, but so.
Just I've got tiny hands.
Well, hello, Scott, Scorpio Sun Tarot. Nice to see you.
Hey, Scott. Nice to see you.
So, what are y'all drinking?
I forgot to get a drink.
Do you need to go get one?
No, I'm fine. I'm good, actually.
What are you on there, Gerald?
I am on iced coffee with cream. So, love it.
Oh, nice. Iced coffee.
Mm-hmm. I am a cold-hearted snake, as Paula Abdul would say. So, I like my coffee cold. Boom. So, anyhow.
I don't think I could drink cold coffee.
I don't think I can. I don't like coffee like in food or cold. I like hot coffee.
Yeah.
It's 2 p.m. and I'm still on my morning coffee. And Pamela Batchelor said, I really enjoyed your Jubilee show, Ritchie, Ben, and Sandra.
It was a lot of fun.
It was
yes.
Fun. We all looked a bit rough. Well,
yes.
Sandra didn't, but with Ben and I looked a bit rough. Because
he caught the stashed glass. He stopped.
Oh, I love it. I noticed that. Is that etched? Have you been etched?
It is. And I actually had it to where it says Tarot Stash. You probably can't see it. So, it's all about the bling, isn't it?
In Caravan, haven't you? Must have out the back.
So, what's going on with the Caravan?
No, you must have your own merchandising Caravan now, with full of just T-shirts and trinkets.
Just wait until it drops. It'll be incredible. Speaking of dropping, we're talking today about the Sheridan Douglas Tarot. And I was first introduced to this deck through Ritchie because you and Chris Butler talked about this. And wasn't this one of your first official tarot deck?
It wasn't my first official, but what it was is it accompanies this book, and it was this book, folks, that started it all off for me. This was the book that I read when I was a teenager. And the illustrations, my camera's on autofocus. It will come in a minute. So there are the illustrations for it. And so it just intrigued me, and the images were what got me into the tarot. But it wasn't until a few years ago I actually got the deck.
And it's it's referenced in this nice little thing that it's the tarot, the origin, meaning, and uses of the cards.
It's a great book for anyone that just wants to, it's a great, if you're starting out or just want to pick up a different view. It's brilliant. It's been going years, this book.
Well, and let me tell you, I did. I recently purchased a copy of that. Do you have that one, Ben?
I think it's this one. Is that the right one?
Yeah. It's got about 1,000 different covers, this book. I think they change the cover every year.
Yes.
Yes. It's come back in print, I think, because...
Hi, Jonathan Daly.
This is Ritchie, this hasn't been in print for a while, has it? But it's come back. Is that right?
It has. What happened? I think it went out of print, and then back in 1996, well, I might be wrong, 2006, they reprinted it and redigitalized it and kind of hand-colored it. And so the decks we've got are just slightly brighter, perhaps, than the original. They've been cleaned up.
Okay.
The original hand-drawn ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're brilliant.
And
Hi,
Teresa
Jonathan.
has come in, and Jonathan has come in, and Beth Aspasia Rising is here. So, well, let me say something. Let me full disclosure. I received this deck from Ritchie. He sent it to me, which is rather kind because I have about 5 decks that I have been promised to send him for. Are we on about 8 or 9 months now?
You've made
Every
him wait.
day I'm at the door with the postman. Any sign today?
Yeah, I had him on the phone crying to me the other day, Gerald, because you hadn't sent them decks.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I'm waiting until he starts rocking back and forth in the fetal position to send them. So.
Oh, it's happened already. We've gone past that one.
So okay, so let's talk. And I know we have Ritchie for a short period of time.
I've got to pop off at 8:30, but you've got me for an hour and a half, sadly.
Okay, so well, you know, we can try to keep it there. So the Sheridan Douglas, there are links in the description below there's a link to the website, and please know your limits, purchase responsibly, all that good stuff. So Ritchie sent me this copy, and you got, where was it that you bought it in London?
The official kind of sellers is the Atlantis bookshop in London. Geraldine, who runs that, she's always been the official seller of this before the internet was invented, and knew the writer Alfred Douglas, and who I believe is still around actually. And he comes in and he signs copies, but yes, Atlantis Books is the main place you can buy it. You can find it on eBay. I'm sure you can probably order it in other places. But it's actually quite reasonable for a tarot deck, because I think I left the price. Did I leave the price on yours?
Yes, it was $19.99.
Yeah, it's £20, which is not bad for a brand new tarot deck.
And look, Chris from Elemental Cartomancy is here. Hello, Chris. And by the way, Chris, I'm trying to get Tarot Living with Manasa to contact you about coming on for a roundtable reading. I am always pushing that, always. Full disclosure, the cardstock on this deck is yucky, very sticky and thick, but the art is cool. Okay, so we will get to that, but I want to, it does come in a tuck box.
Yeah.
And it does come in one of these that has a nice little edge for it.
Flap.
Yes. Flexible flat. It comes with a little pamphlet, How to Consult the Tarot. So, see, there you go. Here you go. The two of them are right after each other. So, anyhow, but this, I'm going to put myself like this because it is a fold out. And on one side, you get information from the book and how to do a couple of spreads. And then on the back, you get a nice chart for the majors and then for the minors. So I was actually reading this, and this is why I actually bought the book, because I went, oh, I hadn't really thought of it like that. Oh, I like that. Ooh, that, hadn't thought of it like that. That's good. So anyhow, the suits are called batons, cups, swords, and coins. And Fran is here. Hello, Fran. Good to see you, Fran Marley.
Hi, Fran.
So this is a charming little thing. Do you both got one of these in your copy?
Yes.
I don't keep it in my. I'll keep it in the box. I tend to keep it away from the deck, safe, because it can get a bit dog-eared where it, if you try and slot it with the cards. So, but it's, Gerald, you may remember, Ben won't. He's far too young. But before they made proper little white books, this is basically what you got, wasn't it? In a deck of in a tarot deck.
Yes.
So.
You would get those on eBay, paying an astronomical price for them, Ben.
Yeah.
Because they're vintage.
Oh, look. Yes, they're vintage. Mark Astro Tarot is here. Hello.
Hi, Mark.
The modern version
Mark.
has added colors to a lot of the cards. For instance, the Six of Swords now has ginger hair.
Oh. And Mark was very
insightful.
knowledgeable about these as well, wasn't he? Because he was talking about them a lot on our live, wasn't he? Not so long ago.
Yeah.
Sarah said, Waterchild Tarot said, I got the full book with the deck as well. Worth it if you're ordering from overseas. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I saw your video, Sandra. I enjoyed it. Okay. Just catching up. Okay. Everybody. So let's talk about the, okay. So do we all have a modern version of it, or is it,
I think so.
do you have an antiquer one? Antiquer one? Do you have an antiquer one?
I've got the 2006. It was restored. It says on the back of our. So
yes.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yes. Same here.
Yes. So there you go. Look at us. We're all doing this.
Yeah.
The size of the card. This is the RWS, the Rider Waite. It is slightly smaller and slightly thinner. So you can see that there. So, but
it's got really round edges as well, corners, hasn't it?
It has really round corners. It is one of the decks that I have seen that has the most round corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's thick as well. The card stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't heard of this deck before. Well, know your limits, purchase responsibly, but look at the link below because it talks about the deck. What do you gentlemen think about the card stock? Sarah was saying it was like
thick. Yeah,
it is.
It does stick together as well a little bit, doesn't it? Have you noticed that?
You use it. I put a little bit of powder with it, and if you keep using it, it will eventually wear off the stickiness. But
okay, this is how what is this one called? The original Rider Waite deck. Do that. This one is not as flexible. It is definitely solid.
Yeah, you can't really riffle these.
Do it, Chris. Do it. Hashtag Ben made me do it because it's Ben's birthday on Friday. So, but yes, it is. They're stiff cards. But working through with shuffling, it works, correct?
Yeah. I think when you buy it, it's stuck together, isn't it? But then you just mess with it a bit and it.
Yeah.
Yes. Fanning powder is the bomb. So underrated. I do not have fanning powder because I have a fan. Like it will still shuffle, stiff riffle shuffle. It riffle shuffles great for me. It took a little bit, yeah. So, but anyhow,
yeah, it's a bit.
So we're going to go through and we're going to talk about the cards that. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so batons, cups, swords, and coins. The majors. 2 is the Papess.
Yeah.
5 is the Pope.
8
is Justice, and 11 is Fortitude. So there's that, and also the court cards go Knave, Knight, Queen, King. So it's a knave.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, I love it. I didn't mean to type that as a tongue twister. Sorry. Well, it's okay. And that's funny. So, Ritchie, would you like to go first? And please tell us which what card you're pulling out so that I can.
I've pulled out so many cards that I like from this deck. I'm going to start, and I've spoken about this before, so apologies if you've heard me talk about this, but I mentioned this on Chris Butler's chat about the Fool, and I'm going straight in with the Fool.
Okay.
Yes.
So the reason I like this, for many reasons, I love how this card is across, or that bridge between the RWS and perhaps the older version of the Fool, as you might see in Marseille, older Marseille decks. So we have a lot of the things like the butterfly, the bag, the rose, but we also have the dog scratching at his leg, biting his leg. And you've got the cliff. I'm not sure if in the Marseille, I don't think the Fool traditionally has a cliff or walking on a cliff, is it? So I just love how this has kind of combined together to give us the two. And that's what I think a lot of the images in this deck does, is it melds together images from the Marseille and the RWS in a really nice way there.
Yeah. Jamie said, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. I like the hella saturation of color in this deck.
Yeah.
And Mark Astro Tarot said, yes, Ritchie. One reason I love this deck is the majors are very Marseille, but minors aren't pippish. Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is this a 70s deck, guys, by the way?
Yeah, it was 72. It was
72.
published.
Wow. You can tell actually by the colours, can't you?
The colours are just, again, a joy in this deck. Absolute joy. Every one of them is, and they put colours together that you wouldn't normally put together, but they somehow work, as we'll see probably later on.
Yes. So
yeah.
And Deb H said, I like the dog is actually tugging at his leg.
Yeah, because
they him there, isn't it? It's got his teeth in his leg there.
Yes.
But he's still got that dreamy, Fool-like innocence, you know. And this one's definitely stepping over the cliff. He's not just sort of wandering near the edge of it. He's going for it. He's almost bemused by the butterfly so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, Ben, what about you?
So yeah, I really like the Lovers card in this deck, because I actually prefer this image to the Rider-Waite, because I like the idea of choice. And the way I see it is that this is like a young man and he's very close to his mom, but he's got a new girlfriend and he's trying to make a choice whether to, you know, leave his mom and go with his girlfriend. That's how I see it. But I just like the idea of choice in this deck. And I think this is really clear that he's looking to make a choice here. And I really like that about this deck. It's very clear, it's very precise. Yeah, and I just love that card. I think it really, because the other thing is sometimes you can't tell in these decks whether one's an older woman and one's a younger woman, whereas you can in this one. This one does look older, you know. So I kind of liked that as well. And again, the colours.
That you say it's like his mother, because a lot of people interpret it that way. Other people have interpreted it as being the older lady. They're both love interests, so he has got the choice between them, and she's kind of got the money and the, what you want to call, responsibility side of it all.
Yes.
And the younger one hasn't, but she has got youth on her side, and it's that, you know, big choices there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And Tony Antoinette Intuitive Tarot said it seems to have the Morgan Greer color palette.
Yes.
I think this one is deeper. It's certainly brighter.
It's bolder, isn't it? I think
it is bolder. That's a great choice. Ben, now the Lovers was in my pile that I liked.
Oh well,
and the Sky and Gerald's Lover card looks a lot darker than the other two. It's definitely a blue. It's definitely cyan. So
yes, I think in fact I think Gerald picks it up better than mine certainly.
Mark Astro Tarot said, totally agree, Ben. I see Lovers as our projections in love. So he is going to project his mother on his wife or see her for herself is a choice too.
Yeah.
You're a MILF with money. A MILF with money. That's a good one. I like that one. So, I liked the Magician, and Maria, Lady Knight of Avalon, and I were commenting that it gives a bit of a Sweeney Todd vibe.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. I was getting.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, you can't go wrong with somebody wearing leggings. So there you go. I mean, somebody had to say it. It might as well be me. So it's my show.
What makes you think he's wearing leggings?
Really?
I'm just playing devil's advocate, sorry.
Oh, thank you, Water Child Tarot, Sarah. Yep. Oh,
it's like he's
Cordis is here. Hi, Cordis. Close my eyes. Good night.
He's got a huge wind machine in front of him, doesn't it?
He has got a large wind machine.
It is, okay, picture it, 1980s, little gay boy Gerald listening to Stand Back by Stevie Nicks with the in front of the fan walking on. I mean, y'all know it. Come on. You all are seeing it. Stand back, you know, it's there. It's there. So anyhow,
we love it.
So I like that card.
Yeah.
Okay. Ritchie, you're up.
I had that one as well, but I'm now going to go, let's go swords. Let's go 6 of Swords.
Oh, yes.
Now, one thing I like about this deck as well is they have the little images just, where are we? That way. So just there is a little sword. In case you didn't want to count how many swords you've got, you're told there, this one. So I like this one.
Oh, wait a minute. Tony thought adamant for the
right,
it.
Right.
Yes.
So
that's a good one, Tony.
I like this one because it's still got that idea of crossing the river, but without having the boat in there. And here it feels a bit more, I don't know, this chap to me seems like he's crossing from the sandy island over to the mainland or vice versa to go and collect those. He feels like he's almost trying to store them or retrieve them or save them from something. So actually, rather than traditionally with the boat and it's moving from perhaps rougher waters into calmer waters, here it's a bit more
I did not know that. Apologies. I mean, Prince and Stevie Nicks, can you go wrong?
Oh no, I love Stevie Nicks and Prince.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
Well, I'm okay. So this is like many things, religious works or stuff, especially when they've been commissioned. The saints and people are expected to be in age appropriate or time period appropriate clothing. This is appropriate clothing. He's wearing bell bottoms. He's got a swagger. He's going to the other side of the shore, and you know, so it just feels that way. So yeah, brave wearing white pants in the water. But I like the idea that there's no boat, Ritchie. I hadn't really thought of that.
Yeah. He has got that swagger, and it's very much, I'm wading through, collect those swords, take them back with me.
It's like he's dancing to YMCA as he's crossing the river, isn't it?
Yes, that is exactly it. Yeah, and you know, somebody suggested perhaps looking like Luke Skywalker, but
yeah.
All right, Ben, you're up.
So the other one that I liked was this one. It's very simple, but I like it. It's the 6 of batons. Batons. Yeah,
makes me think of Shauna.
That's right. Yes, I don't know where I'm going with my accent here. Yeah, and I just think it's very simple, but it really does say victory to me. With the victory wreath there, and I just love the boldness of it. And it's probably one of the only Pippish looking cards, but I think the reef says it all, actually.
Yeah.
And I just really like, and I love the background color of red there. It's red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just really like that. And you'll notice, guys, that in the corner of all the miners, you've got the little symbol there.
Yeah.
Like a baton, and then the cups, there's a little cup there. And
yeah. Oh, Ange is here. Hello, Ange.
Oh,
Tiny
Ange.
Trinkets and Tarot.
Hi, Ange.
And look, Kelly is here. Doesn't catch for me.
Hey,
and
Kelly.
Just in time for me to say, Ben and I will be on her channel on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. BST. So looking forward to that. So, and I know you're very busy. You've got lots and lots of things. So, yes, but I'm glad to see, you know, and I'm ready. It's like, woohoo. So there's that.
Fine.
Yeah. I'm making Ritchie is ready with another one, but I'm going to make him wait.
Oh, go for
because I'm talking about the Wheel of Fortune. And the reason I like this Wheel of Fortune, it is very Marseille. I like that. It makes me happy.
I love the mouse creature-y thing.
Yes, I had questions about that because I wasn't sure what it was.
Well, it's normally Anubis, isn't it? A form of Anubis on the Wheel of Fortune. But this one, I don't know. It's a bit...
And Ritchie, I haven't read that book. Does it discuss what's in here?
Caller, I'll have a look.
Well, there you go. And so, yeah, lots of love for that. So I appreciate that. I like I do find this deck is a nice blend between an RWS and a Marseille.
Oh. It says, I shall quote it for you. We won't get busted for copyright if I read it, will I? No. Okay.
It's for entertainment purposes only and for review purposes.
On the right-hand side of the wheel, an equally odd creature, possibly an ass, is clinging on as it's drawn upwards. On the left side of the wheel, descending is suspended what seems to be an ape. So it's all, I don't know. So, which one's the ass and which one's the ape? That's a good question.
I don't know.
Doesn't really help, does it?
Not really, but thank you.
I'll continue reading, you know. Let me know when you want me.
We want you.
Oh, okay. Right. I don't think it says. I'm just having a scan, actually. I don't think it says. It talks about the monkey. It doesn't say anything about those ones.
Well, while you're doing that, Jane the Seeker popped in and said the question of the century. Well, tomorrow, Jane the Seeker is coming on my channel, and we are doing a deck casual for the Enchanted Enchanted Unicorn Oracle. So we're looking forward to that. So everybody should, you know, pop in and say hi. Looking forward to that. So anyhow, I enjoy, I like the variety. It's a comfortable blend.
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay, you're up, Ritchie.
Well, this one I've already shown, but it ties in with what Ben said about the 6. I've gone for the 10 of wands, or batons, I should say.
Yes.
And I like this because, again, the RWS 10 of wands is about that person trying to clutch and carry that big pile of sticks. Here they are bound together, but this is a what do they call it? Fascia, is it? Fascia? It's a Roman sort of symbol that they would carry at so when they conquered, and they would carry this sticker bundles with this double-headed axe in processions and things to show the strength, the power of Rome. So it's a symbol of Rome that was later then taken on by Mussolini. which is one of the reasons I think they're called fascist, because it takes its name from this one. So this is really fascinates me, that this has become the image for the Ten of Wands, and it's still got that power. It still looks like a very heavy bundle to be carrying, but with it comes a bit more, literally a double-edged axe in this case. So there's that whole thing about, if you master that power, if you control that power and that strength, you can really win the day with it. If you wanted to. But also that power can, as history has shown us, be used in a bad way if you're not careful and you're not able to control it properly.
And the axe is counted as one of the battens, isn't it, in this, which is interesting. I love that. I picked this one as well, which is a favourite.
I did too.
It's a really simple image, and yet it speaks a lot more to me than perhaps the usual Ten of Wands may do. Or I thought a lot more about this. I find it really interesting image.
Yeah, and Waterchild Terracero said, yes, love the 10 batons, pile of logs chopped and ready to go for the next person.
Yep.
And Mark Astro Tarot said, I once had the 10 of Wands come up with the Wheel of Fortune, and I saw it as having dismantled the wheel. Cards work great together. Ooh. Ooh. And Sandra, the Whispering Well, said, I might change my mind about this deck. Not keen on pip type cards. This is really, I mean, there's only most of the minors are illustrated or have some illustration.
I think it's only these two.
2 or 3. I think the aces. But that's.
I mean, in the aces, yes. So, but yeah, cool. Okay, Ben, would you like to share?
Yes. So the next one I chose was the Papess. And the reason I liked this one was because in this one, she's actually opening the book and kind of reading the knowledge there. And also, normally there's like water behind the High Priestess or Papess. And I liked that the dress symbolizes like the water there. I thought that was really cool in the way it just flows kind of around the card. I thought that was really cool. And it kind of reminded me of a nurse from years ago, because they used to have like, I'm thinking of Carry On Matron, Ritchie. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of a nurse. And I kind of was thinking, oh, yeah, I suppose in a sense, you know, they're very caring. I would imagine like going into your intuition is that. To me, it just feels like that kind of character would be a caring character. I don't know. That's just what I saw when I looked at it. But
yeah,
intuitive and in touch with emotions, it feels with this
one. One of the things that I appreciate about the Papess is I like how she is not directly to us. She's sitting on her chair comfortably, on her throne comfortably. So, bye, Kelly. See you on Friday. And so she's sitting. I mean, it's a different position of the figure. So I appreciate that with the Papess.
And this is another deck. Sorry, Gerald. Just while you said that, where they are looking in different directions, aren't they? These
they are. Yeah,
I've
been. Yeah. Guess what I've been paying attention to. So paying attention to that. So. Yeah,
I'm just reading about. Sorry, I just hit my microphone. Just reading about. I didn't know that this is actually based on a story or a legend, the female pope. I didn't know about that. According to the story, she was a native of the town of Mainz in Germany who fell in love with an Englishman. Well, who wouldn't, Ben? Let's be honest. And disguised as a boy, travelled to Athens and then Rome, studying there under the name Johannes Angelicus, and then rose to the actual rank of Pope and became Pope John VIII. Says in the book.
Yeah, Laura, all of the links are below to the deck, so you're very welcome. Pope Joan. I had a cat that I named Pope Joan. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
lovely card. One of my favorites.
Yes. Yeah. So all right, you did the. I did the Papess. No, you did, Ben. So is it my turn?
It's your turn.
I like death. I like this version of death, and I like it because there's severed body parts at the bottom.
That'll be me and Ritchie by the end of this live.
It's a cool card,
I got a new fan for you boys to keep you in place. So, but no, I appreciate that, and I believe that is a Marseille style.
Mm.
So, you know, but with
it's got hands and feet.
Because look, there are dismembered tiny hands and feet. And I didn't bring it up. What? I know. So anyhow, so there's that one. Okay. Ritchie, you're up.
Oh, okay. We're going batons again.
Batons.
Nudity alert. There's quite a few. There's a little bit of nudity in here, but it's not gratuitous nudity, is it? And I just like firstly, I love the color palette of this one. Having green and green together, you wouldn't ever dream of that. But it kind of calms the image down. If that was in a different color, if it was in a red or an orange, it would become much more fiery and much more hotter. Here, it actually just feels like a wrestling match, and actually that whole it's a game, and that's what the Five of Wands is about, like to me on that one, because it could get out of control, it could get messy, but it's actually controlled games and that kind of trying to win over on someone, but following the rules. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I like that.
So Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, just said, Gerald, Stephen said he walked by just in time to hear dismembered tiny hands and feet. So, you know, there you go. And wrestling match of a side of strangulation. Wrestling match with a side of strangulation. You know, so long as everybody's consensual, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
So
it could almost be a dance they're doing, isn't it? Like almost like a modern
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Ballet dancing or something like that.
Okay. Ben, you're up. And I realize I'm going fairly quickly through these because I want to be respectful of everybody's time. So
okay. So the other one I had was the Five of Swords. I thought this was a really interesting take, and I'm sure Ritchie mentioned this last time we read with these cards, I think, didn't you, Ritchie?
Yeah.
These eyes at the top here, you know, kind of staring down at this person who looks a bit blindfolded actually, and stabbing them, you know, in the front and the back here. But you know, I just thought that was a really interesting card. I really liked that. It's very different to anything seen before with the Five of Swords.
He's a wounded knight. I've always seen him as a bit of those knights with an arrow in his knee, and then they're coming for him out of the dark just to finish him off. But it's like awful what's lurking out there.
Yeah. Well, this was in my card of this was in my pile of cards I have questions about, because it sort of looks like there could be 6 swords if you didn't know that it was an arrow. So I was confused. However, I did like the eyeballs above, because who doesn't like googly eyes? So that's sort of awesome.
They're vicious, aren't they?
But it's really powerful, the black background there. And
Mark Astro Tarot said the Five of Swords is my online haters card. Yeah, it is an interesting.
That's true, Mark. I love that.
Yeah. So there's that. Okay. Well, one of the cards that I appreciated was the Four of Swords. And the reason that I appreciated this, I do like the image. However, I also like it because of the meaning of the card. It's time to relax. It's time to step away and do something relaxing. And this is exactly what they're doing. And I don't see oftentimes a card where someone isn't sleeping and they are relaxing. So
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I like that one. That was on
I
my
like
pile
that
of
one.
ones I like.
So,
again, the blue and the green is not colours you should ever put together, they tell you, isn't it? But it just, again, really works here nicely.
Yeah, it does work.
It is. When I was laying these out, because part of the prep that I do is I lay the suits out and I look at the cards, and this is a very 70s palette.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it's actually more sophisticated than people would give it credit for, because you just can't do these things. You can't do this color scheme this well. So, Ritchie, what do you got?
I'm going for another wand or baton. I'm going for, this has to be one of my favorites, the 9 of Wands.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love this because he's got Green Man vibes.
Yes.
He's actually connecting to the earth. I love his kind of almost yoga position on this one. He's almost sort of Aboriginal, or that kind of vibe to him. I just love it. I just love the fact that he is on guard, but he's also poised and he's focused. Whereas with the RWS, he always has a bandage around his head. He always looks like he's been in the wars a bit. This one looks like somebody who is standing up for their land or standing up to protect something. It's much more, I get a sense of protection out of this than I would with an RWS.
I love the leg as well there, because it's almost reminiscent of the Hanged Man slightly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I can see that. That's insightful. Sarah, Waterchild Tarot said, I love playing chess or any board game for the 4 of Swords, using your intellect to chill out. I appreciate that. It is definitely a 70s palette, Deb H. And she can see why you love it, Ritchie. Very Aboriginal in his pose. And Aspasia Rising said, do you ever pair tarot decks when you read? If so, it would be interesting to pair this with the Silhouette Tarot, I think.
It would be. I do. Or even Morgan Greer as well. It'd be interesting to do. I have done, and I was just reading your comment there, Beth, and I was thinking this deck would work really well for clarifying cards. If you did a reading with the silhouettes and then use this deck to shuffle and use for clarification, because this has got slightly different angles on a lot of the cards, or makes me think a lot more about them. I think that would work really well for clarification on a card or a situation.
Yeah.
I have to say this card is in my what? Because I'm going, why is he covered with ivy? This is a baton, not a pentacle, and I would expect a pentacle to have more earthy vibes, but I am getting what you're saying.
And also, because he's been there a long time, this plant's been able to grow up around him. So
I didn't notice that. Look, everybody. See, I learned something. He's been waiting for a long time. Ooh, worth the price of admission.
There's the chill.
There's the chill. Got it. Got it. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Ritchie. Okay, I can move that from there. Patricia is here. Hello, Patricia.
Hi.
And Tony suggests chess and chill equal a new hashtag. Is that like Netflix and chill? And his foot is, I think it's like he's wearing tights or something. I don't think he's cloven because it's too human of a shape.
Yeah.
He's rooted, unable to move.
The characters are medieval looking in this deck, aren't they? They're all kind of wearing, medieval time garments, mostly, apart from that 70s one. But yeah, like knights and things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, Ben, you're up.
So I've run out of all the ones that I chose that I liked, because I doubled up with some of yours. But I have got questions on a couple which I wanted to run past you about, because I thought this was really interesting. Because at first I thought this was the 4 of Cups, and I was trying to figure out why there was a scythe in it. And I was like, oh, that's weird for the Four of Cups. And then I realised, this is because I'm so used to the RWS, I thought, oh no, it's the Seven of Pentacles. But he looks so forlorn and sad in this one. And it's almost quite reminiscent of the Fool with the dog there. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wondered what you guys thought.
This was in my pile of wonder. I mean, it's different. I understand. I'm going to pull out the little chart because I remember reading this one. I'm like, okay, well, I don't hate it as much. 7. Past efforts may be wasted through present inactivity. Swift action should be taken.
Which is why the scythe's there. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, he's cut some of the corn, hasn't he? But he hasn't collected it in yet. And all the birds are kind of circling to pick up all the corn, I suppose. So he's kind of done part of the job, and then he thought, I'm just gonna have a rest and fall asleep.
Taking a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very interesting.
And again, that's a nice twist on the usual Seven of Pentacles, where you just tend to leaning on the rake, don't you, or whatever. He's leaning on his tool, isn't he? And it's just like he's actually asleep, and he's, and the dog's fast
he's
asleep
leaning on his tool. I am talking about the Six of Cups because I like this image. I like the fountain. I think it's very nice. It's a very nice interpretation.
Yes. I like that one.
According to Alfred Douglas, the artist Dave Sheridan and his dog pictured on the card, he wasn't great about doing his chores, a bit of a taker. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So I like this card. This is one that is just like, okay, I like it. It's a nice interpretation. I like the colors, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice way to describe that. How we flow from one to another.
Yes.
And so I like that.
Also, it's well balanced, that fountain. It's all sploshing down different parts of it. It's not like it's leaning over.
Yes.
Like a balanced fountain.
You got it. Okay. What do you got, Ritchie?
I've got Five of Pentacles.
I have that one too.
Oh, I like this one. I like the fact that they look. I don't know. Would you class those fish as...
it was a toker.
Oh, sorry.
Toker. Toker.
That makes sense then.
Toker. I mean, and I can hardly see it. I'm not letting you all see up my nose. So 5 of Pentacles. I liked this.
I like this. I can't decide whether these fish are piranhas or not. They've kind of got
I thought that too.
Piranha-eating mouths about them, which puts a real spin on this card. When your luck's out, when your ship's sunk and you've managed to climb onto that plank, you then find you're in a piranha-infested lake.
Yes,
I don't
look like that. They mean business, don't they?
They do mean business, these ones. But it might be that actually the ship's sunk. The people there are all upset. They think that they are lost, but actually all they need to do is reach in and catch a fish, and they would be able to survive that way. So
yes,
it's two meanings, this one, depending how you want to interpret those fishes.
Yes. I had that one as well. Because again, nice color scheme. Very, very nice color scheme. Well, hi, Nancy, Paper Moon Tarot. Glad to have you here. The piranha moment. That's all right. You just missed the toker and the midnight smoker. So, there's that. Ben, what's the next card that you were going, I need help with this?
It's the 7 of Cups.
Right.
Because normally I see it as like him looking at lots of different cups, but it's almost like he's he's annoyed that he's left one over there on that island. But I just thought it was an interesting one, this one. Because it seems like he's interested in this cup. You could almost think it's like the Four of Cups, really, that he's ignoring all these and interested in this one cup, maybe. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I wasn't quite sure. It threw me.
Okay. I think I think that's a good take on that one. I mean, that cup is huge on the landscape, isn't it? Out the back, it's like a lighthouse in size. But he can't get to it. That's the thing. It's all in his imagination. It's all in his thoughts that he wants it. When actually, it's probably the same as all the other ones at his feet. But it's
And Waterchild Tarot Sarah said, "Grass is always greener."
And I was just going to say that, absolutely.
So, yeah, a lot of that.
He's got bells on his outfit. He's got a hint of the fall about him, hasn't he?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Ben, I think he's unhappy with his white cup.
Yeah.
And wants that golden one, which could be an illusion.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Lots of great insight. Thank you, everyone.
It is.
Thank
it's
you,
really
everyone.
Interesting.
Y'all are bringing it today. It's like awesome.
Yes.
Like boom. Yes, I mean that is true. Okay, go ahead, Ritchie. You've got your card out.
One that I always had a problem with, and now I love it. It's the 4. That's another baton card.
Oh yes.
I love this because we've got the brush, the pen, the clay. I don't know what the official word is for one of those things, but it's digging the clay out when you're sculpting, and a musical instrument, a pipe or something there. So traditionally, where we would have the 4 of Wands with the tent and is it the Celebrate? Is that one, isn't it? Here we've got just go and do something creative, go and enhance your whatever it is that makes you happy. And don't worry about how bad it is. Just go and find joy in your hobbies, your interests, and try something new. Stretch yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It couldn't be plainer, could it?
I love that card.
Well, perhaps it's too plain because it's, go do something creative and allow that spark to continue.
Yeah.
So this was in my pile of cards that I liked.
Yeah.
So
it's so unusual, isn't it? And it just, absolutely.
Paper Moon Tarot, Nancy said, love that celebration in creativity.
And actually, a lot of these cards are quite celebratory. I always think that it's quite a joyful deck. There aren't even that many in there that you go, even the Tower card, because of the colours of it, that's quite pretty, which you don't normally tend to do. So this is a joyful deck to use, and one that is, I'm quite happy to use this one. And it's a nice summery deck because of the colours. They really stand out in bright light. So.
Yeah. A card that I pulled, I'm going to jump in and head in front of you, Ben, is the 7 of Swords, because this is one, they're sitting around the fire and all that stuff. But if you look behind them, somebody has stolen 5 of their swords.
Yes.
And this is, I can feel it. I can be in that situation. I can be sitting around and I can have that happen. So, I mean, I can feel like I'm in that space. So
that's cool.
It's a joyful deck. So the colors are so uplifting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I like this one because you get a real sense of the stealth.
Yeah.
With that person.
Yes.
He's really tiptoeing away to so he doesn't get hurt. And you also know that these two are going to get a right telling off because they've been drinking on duty and they've allowed someone to.
Yep. They've been staring at the stars, ignoring what's going on. So, yep. Ben, do you have another one?
Yes. I thought this was interesting because, sorry, sorting the card now. The 3 of Cups. So at first I was like, oh, well, where's the other third, dove there? But then I realized that it's like these 2 doves have bonded, are in love, and there's 3 eggs here, and the 3 of cup represents the 3 eggs within the cup itself.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really like a nice follow-on, really, from the 2 of cups. The lovers almost are represented there still, with the 3 chicks in the eggs about to hatch and have a party by the looks of it.
This was in my cards that I like, the 3 of Cups. I think it's a peacock and a peahen.
Yeah.
And I like how the three eggs are in a larger cup and they're holding the cups. It's just, it's sweet, and there's nothing wrong with sweet card. So there's that. All right, Ritchie, I only have 2 more cards that I need help with.
To go, but we can power through. I picked the 9 of Pentacles because again, this is a really joyful card. This is chap has got his shoes off, he's warming his feet by the fire.
Yes.
And I just thought
I like this one.
Yeah, the colours are nice and warm. It's just full of joy. He's got his food cooking on the stove. And I just thought that's a nice change from our lady with the bird in the garden, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. I like that, Ritchie.
Oh, catching up on chat. Backyard Naturalist Tarot said, great representation of a 3 as a combination result of 1 and 2. And Paper Moon Tarot said, I prefer my 3 of Cups to show drinking wine rather than birthing children. Well, there you go. Well, they haven't been birthed yet. We don't know if they're an omelet. We're going to be using those eggs to make the cake for Ben's birthday celebration on Saturday, June 11th, 2022.
Tune in for the after show where Gerald will show you how to bake a cake using omelets.
Peacock eggs.
So anyhow, and he's warming his feet. So, all right, what do you got, Ritchie?
I've got 2 more, so I'll quickly hammer through these ones. I picked the 10 of Swords.
I liked that.
Yeah, again, I like the colours. And yeah, this is, your traditional, 10 swords sticking in someone's.
I'm sorry. Brunch with mimosas and fresh eggs. With Manasa.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, yeah. So the 10 of Swords.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Got the wrong 10.
And just the idea that the body's just floating away. I just quite like I don't find this as terrifying as some of the RWS versions you get of the 10 of Swords. He's most definitely gone, but he's floating off into the sunset.
It almost feels like you do after a week of work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I need a rest.
Oh, yeah. And Waterchild Tarot, Sarah said, the 10 swords reminds me of some traditional Japanese woodblock art.
Yeah.
That's very, yes, I see that. And the sun is setting.
It's very peaceful card. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And, are those, and they're clouds, they're not birds getting ready to eat the body. So I said it there.
You did it. You went there.
Well, I have a card that I have a question about.
Go for it.
This is the 3 of batons.
You read my mind.
Oh.
Look at that. What's your
Help
question?
Me. 3 of batons. I mean, it's got a ship. And okay, so I was actually thinking about this with Jeffrey last night.
Yeah.
And I think the 3 of Wands could be a bit creative and playful and fun. And we could have it, and the rumor has it that dolphins used to swim aside the ships and play and do that. So that's what I was thinking. What do you think?
Yeah, because they're coming into port, isn't that when they used to kind of, like when your ship's coming in, isn't it? They're celebrating that.
Okay, Ritchie froze, or did I?
No, I'm sorry, I'm not frozen.
Okay. Ritchie all of a sudden is like, and I'm like going, I'm not used to the silence. Ben, what are we going to do?
I think that ship, by the look of it, is probably coming towards us rather than going away. The way that the sails are blowing out. So it's blowing sort of towards us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's a very joyful card, and I just like the idea of, as you say, a ship almost being welcomed in by, the joyful, playful dolphin. I think you're right. Yeah,
I think you're right. And by the way, we are just hitting a big storm, so if for some reason I disappear, it's
But also, it's just blue. I like cards that are blue. I like the color blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Waiting for the ship to arrive to play.
Yeah.
Still seems like I see that as your ship is coming in idea, and the dolphin is happy about it. I get that. I get that. So, all right, Ritchie, what do you got?
I'm done with the cards I like now.
Do you have cards that you have questions about?
I'm just not a fan of. There's not that many of them.
Okay, the Three of Wands is foresight card for me. Dolphins feel vibrations in the water and adapt accordingly.
Oh, Mark, you're full of knowledge. I love it.
Yeah.
He's full of knowledge, and he's quite kind when he shares it. So thank you for being here, Mark. And yeah. And Nancy said, as long as they don't kill off the dolphins while catching tuna. Yes. Bastards. Okay. Go ahead, Ritchie, because I only have one more card that's left.
Is it a like one or a not like one?
It is a I'm going to ruin this card for everyone because that's the way I am.
You bitch.
Well, I do like the court cards, but some of them I find a little bit, I don't know. And here's a good example. The King of Batons. It's a bit of the colours are great. I just don't, it looks quite dull. It looks kind of a bit evil in the way he's holding it. It almost looks like a blade, that baton, in that way, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'd like my King of Wands to be a bit more cheerful and a bit more outgoing and not so miserable. He looks so miserable and fed up, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah. He's got
Ben, how do you feel about King of Wands?
Well, I'm not happy with this wand, this King of Wands.
You don't like that King of Wands?
He's hanging on to that wand, isn't he? Look at him. Whereas the other one was very genteel and, he would be happy for you to come up and take his wand. That one doesn't.
Okay. I have to give Aspasia Rising Beth credit. Oh no, Gerald, are you going to see Beyonce in one or something? I am not going to see Beyonce in one. It's Frowning Mustache Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not very. Yes. Yeah.
He's going to bludgeon you with that big old wand. Ben, he's going to bludgeon. Do you want to be bludgeoned by a big old wand?
No. I'm afraid not.
If you use tiny hands, the wand will look bigger. Orshi's here. Hi, Orshi.
Hi, Orshi.
Hi, Orshi.
Maybe he's just a baseball player. So anyhow. Maybe. All right. Do you have another one, Ritchie?
I've got one more, which is a bit sad because it should be a great. The Nine of Cups is a bit.
Oh yeah, she looks sad, doesn't she?
She looks a bit sad, or she looks like she's getting a blow dry off something in a cup. Really, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's not as.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
She looks quite by what's in that cup.
Yeah. I can say as I'm looking through these with very careful eyes, the figures are facing in different directions.
Yeah.
They are.
Throughout them. So.
Yeah.
And Nancy, Paper Moon Terra said, seems hard for creators to really differentiate and make court cards distinctive, but I wish they would. I think for me, the court cards need to be active. I want them to be doing something. And I appreciate that as not a deck creator. I know it's hard. I'm not a deck creator. I can imagine it's very hard, especially when, demanding people like Ben and Ritchie and Gerald are like going, doing that. So anyhow.
Try again. Do it better.
Yeah. Color error on that card too. Down by her left ankle, colored yellow, but should be background orange.
Oh.
Confirmation by Sheridan.
Yeah.
Is it right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's not a cup in her hand. That's a hairdryer.
Yeah.
Spaceship lady. Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
That's very insightful. Her face looks peaceful though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Content.
Yeah.
Interestingly, though, you know, like talking of directions, the four of them. Sorry, jumping here. The four of Pentacles, I thought was an interesting one because, to me, that's like holding on to stuff, and he's like looking away there. Is he ashamed of it, or you know, is he? I don't know. It's just, you know.
I think it's a bit Fey energy.
Yeah, I'd say it's got a puck-like energy about this, almost like he's magicking up or protecting.
Yeah, devious looking, isn't it?
Around or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting with the directions.
So here's the card that I need help with.
Go for it.
It is the Three of Swords.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
What does that look like to you?
The Five of Swords.
Three of Swords.
It's the Three of Swords. Three of Swords.
Like I this is where I got confused because when I went through it earlier, I thought that was the Five of Swords, and I was going to pick that out because it didn't make sense. But it's the three. You're right.
It's got like a Celtic knotwork feel to this one.
Mm-hmm. And it took me a while. No, well, I am going to say something. Okay, Sarah is here, Waterchild Tarot. It's the Gaelic Celtic three arms intertwined thing. Yes, it took me a second because I was looking at it, I'm looking, which card is that? And there are a couple of things that I appreciate. I appreciate it's not a heart.
Yeah.
So the rune that Germans use. I have trouble reading that one too, Gerald. I get an ongoing cycle of abuse. Yes.
They're all attacking one another, aren't they? But actually upholding the struggle themselves.
Yes. And okay, so stop listening for about 30 seconds while I say what I'm going to say. Doesn't this look like a 45 adapter for a record player? Ben has no clue what I'm talking about. He's
never seen a record before in his life. He has no idea.
It's a single. It's a 45. So,
okay.
And here I have a picture of one because I was trying to prove my point. Okay, look away. There you go. See? You see it, don't you, Ben?
Yeah.
You have no idea what it is.
Yeah, no idea. I've got no idea.
Okay, catching up with chat, continuing the cycle of pain, feeling pain and causing it to other people. If you look at the Three of Swords as separation from self, loved ones, or community, this would be a breaking up of that complete cycle or pattern. And thank you. Tony's like, a what? And Nancy, Paper Moon Tarot, yes, but you are so old, Gerald. Yes. Yep, 45 adapter. Thank you. It's exactly what it looks like if it were yellow. Yep. So Ben's like, what's a record player? What's a record player, man?
What's a record player? Dude, we had CDs in the 90s.
You had CDs? Oh,
old style to you before you downloaded.
All right, so a couple of remaining questions. How do you use this deck?
So I haven't used it. I've got to be honest. I bought it because I really liked the idea of the colours and the directional thing, and I wanted to use it as a study deck. So I actually haven't read with it.
Okay, and you got the book as well, correct?
Yes, I did, and I haven't read it, and I need to. It's on my list.
Okay.
to read because I'm interested in the differences.
Okay. Jiminy Christmas. Calla Lizzie is just like Calla Lizzie changed her name. If it's Calla Lily.
Oh yeah.
So
that's cool.
And mini discs, Ben Shirley.
Yeah, well, just about.
Oh, also known as the somebody pronounce that.
Trinacria symbol.
Yes.
Trinacria. Oh, Trinacria. Go with that one.
Okay. So how do you use it, Ritchie? Is this is your private deck, if I understand?
No, my Sacred Rose, but I do use this for myself a lot actually, because like I said earlier, the images I find really interesting and go in depth and challenge my reading, but on a good way. So I will use it for personal use. But perhaps it'd be interesting to try out on other people just to see. When I've used it in a few of the long slash readings, and it's worked beautifully actually. So perhaps this could be deck for Litha Midsummer reading.
Oh, could be.
Because it's nice and colourful.
You heard it here first. Calla Lily is now Calla Lizzie. So welcome, Calla Lizzie. Glad to have you here. I actually did my 6-card interview spread with this for this recently in my prep, and it is very much a joyful deck.
Yeah.
And it will help me get what I want out of the reading, or at least what I need. It is not going to be a deck that changes my perspective, which is important for me to remember. So as I pick a deck, do I want a deck that's just going to tell me what I want to know in a nice, friendly, colorful way, or do I want it to change my mind? I actually got the 3 of Swords in my reading in the position to where it's actually going to help me turn that pain into some other form of music or something. It's like it's going to turn it into a song. It's going to be allow me to have an emotive response and to be able to convey that through some art form. And so it'll keep in balance, and it really is it's a more intimate style deck. It would be one for me not to use reading on with like long stash, because it's more one-on-one.
Yeah.
Type of deck. So, just Liz is cool. Okay. This deck would be great to take to the beach.
Yeah,
so absolutely. Summery and sunny. Yes.
Again, the cards would last, I think, on the beach. They wouldn't.
Yes. And Tony said, I think I prefer the Morgan Greer. Okay. Which I don't believe I own, correct? I don't think I own that one. Really, guys? Oh, Queen, please look at what he did. That is hilarious. That's hilarious.
So funny.
That is hilarious. I love it.
I bet you've been waiting all live to use that, haven't you?
And Mark has a really good idea. It's a good first step deck if you want to learn Marseille.
Nice idea.
I can absolutely see that. And so know your limits, purchase responsibly. Fan win. Fantastic. So, gentlemen, I know we're going to lose Ritchie here in a few moments. What do you got coming up on your channel, Ritchie?
Oh, right. Well, I'm helping celebrate somebody's birthday this week.
Really? Wonder when that would be happening. Would that be happening Saturday, June 11th?
At 9 p.m. Oh, I'll be very tired by that point.
I'll
be lively, but I'll have lots of coffee.
You're allowed to drink. You're allowed to stay up later than you usually do.
So I've got that, and I'm looking forward to that one. Something exciting will be happening Friday, hopefully, for the live. Check out, keep an eye out for, subscribe and like and do everything to find out what that is. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday. So that's that. And then we've got our Midsummer Letha Tarot stash soon, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
Which is very exciting.
And I just got an original 1979 Morgan Greer off of eBay at a great price. Love it.
Wow. Well done, Mark.
Do I need to get a Morgan Greer so that we can do something with Mark?
Yes.
That's like pressure. Yeah, Queen, please. Oh my gosh.
You don't have the Morgan Greer.
I don't think so. I have the other one.
I can't believe that.
I might have to never speak to you till you get it, and I'm just shocked by this one.
That's fine. Then I'll just continue to hold the package as the shipping costs for your package are getting astronomical. So Ben, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Let me just get my diary. Hang on.
Oh, good Lord. All right. Well, I'm going to go next Ritchie, do you need to leave?
Yeah, I need to pop off now, boys. So thank you everybody for having me. It's been great. Love it, you two. I'm going to do my candle now. So if anyone wants to hang around at 9 o'clock on Facebook for that, I'll see you there.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now that he's gone. No. Thanks, host and everyone. Thank you. And by the way, Sarah Waterchild Tarot, if you have a deck that you'd like to do a deck casual with, let me know. I might have it, or I don't, because apparently. So apparently I don't have like the Morgan Greer. I have the one that begins with A. And I did that with Tangi and Robin, that deck casual. But I don't think I have the Morgan Greer.
Are you sure? Maybe it's hidden somewhere.
Anyhow, so tomorrow, Jane the Seeker and I are doing a deck casual for the Enchanted Unicorn Oracle. So that's at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. BST, and 1 p.m. Pacific. And then, because I'm crazy, Maria, Lady Knight of Avalon, has invited me on for the inaugural the first episode of Name the Deck.
I can't wait for that. I'm so excited.
So, and it should be a lot of fun. So we're showing cards, and you have to pick the deck. So, and I want to do Dream Visions. Okay, I'm writing this down. Dream Visions. Dream Visions. And Orshi, I know you and I need to just get together and chat. Yes, it's a game. Fran, thank you very much for being here. Where is my live stream with you through? Yes, I know. I just said that. So anyhow, so there's Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Rosemary from Good Journeys Tarot is having something called What's So Great, the Robin Wood Tarot, and Amy from Strength Reversed and I on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time are going to be helping Rosemary see all of the good out of the Robin Wood Tarot. She has it and she's not sure she likes it.
Oh, good. So it's one of your favorites as well.
It is one of my favorites. And so yes, the birthday celebration is 11th, is this coming Saturday. Do I have the Cosmic Visions? Do I have the Cosmic Visions? Maybe. So so there's that, and then you and I are on with Kelly.
Kelly on Friday.
It doesn't catch for me. Yep.
On Friday.
And then Sunday.
And Sunday
we're on Circle of Friends.
Yes, with Kelly and Thea.
Yes. Yeah. So everybody needs to.
You've got me 3 days in a row, Gerald.
Well, and it's a good idea because, you know, because you're so old. You know, so if anybody wants to send me a recorded birthday message to Ben, feel free to do that. Send me an email. I will be posting the thing live. So yeah, overachiever. Yep. Yeah. What's so great is a fun, enabling conversation. You got it. June 11th. So, did you get Cosmic Visions? I think I did.
Did you get the tin ones, Gerald? I'm sure you backed it, didn't you?
Oh, I did get them. Yeah. So
it's one of them.
Okay. So anyhow, thank you, everyone. Yeah, busy. Well, you know, Nancy, Paper Moon Tarot, it makes me very happy. I'm having a great time. So it's a lot of fun.
That's amazing.
So, but anyhow, any birthday wishes that you want to tell people about?
Me?
Yes, because it's your birthday.
Well, I don't know what to say, really. You've put me on the spot there. No, I'm looking forward to it. I hope, you know, everybody can come to the live. That would be great to see you there. But you know what? That's the great thing about playback. So if you can't make it, I'm sure the playback will be fun. And I read your write-up this morning, Gerald, and it made me laugh.
Yes. And speaking of playback, for those of you who have been so kind to watch this playback, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Do you have the Sheridan Douglas? What do you think of it? I'm always curious about that. I am so grateful to have it added to my collection. So, and so, but
thank you.
So yeah. So all right, everybody. You all take care, and thank you so much for coming on, Ben and Ritchie. And we will say bye, everybody.
Bye.